for strangers. Believe me when I say, loving me is loving danger. Your heart is bound to break. I walk alone in the night, beneath the pale moon. Loving's for the fools. Baby, beware of my bite. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf. 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 Creeping through the shadows and the corners of your mind. I go where the wind blows. I run but I don't hide. I hear the call of the wild, whispering the name. No, I can't be tamed. My heart belongs to the night. I'm alone, I'm alone, I'm a lone wolf. 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 I'm a lone wolf.
Summer days burn me out, love just brings me down. Go inside like windshield leaves that slowly leave the ground. Hey, you come back, I wanna give you a chance. Love me like you used to, so we can learn again. The skin is getting round, baby, drink your night away. Maybe we will not regret it, you will not regret me. Laying down under the sun, burning love cause we are young. No one tells us what's done wrong, cause it's just me and you. Yeah, it's just me and you.
Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely Stream Deck. For more information about the Stream Deck, the link is in the description below.
everyone. Welcome into AOR F1 2018 action from America. I'm NinjaRider. Not quite sure where exactly my co-commentator is. Austin Knight is usually here with me, but for some reason he didn't quite make it into the stream. That's odd for him, by the way. I'm not going to bash him. I'm sure something might have happened to where he would miss this. He said he was very excited about it earlier, but unfortunately I didn't quite make it tonight. It's a little bit unfortunate. I was looking forward to commentating some stuff with him, and already seeing penalties. But yeah, everybody out on their hot lap. And while this is going on, what do you say we take a look at the hot lap here at Monaco?
Hello, I'm Jack Nichols, and you're joining me for another Apex Online Racing Hot Lap. This week, it's Monaco. We're being driven around by David Konitsa as we come over the start-finish line and down into the first corner of Sandoval, one of the biggest braking zones on the circuit, down into third gear, quickly up to fourth, as we then start the climb up towards Massenet. One of the trickiest corners on the circuit, wide line in, try and hug the inside all the way around to be nice and tight through Casino Square and down the hill into the hairpin of Mirabeau. Again, hugging the inside all the way around before the slowest corner on the Formula One calendar, the Lowe's hairpin. And it's a little flick right using all the curb down to Portier now, alongside the Mediterranean Sea and out into the famous tunnel. Flat out through here, up into 7th gear, and then onto the brakes into the Nouvelle Chicane. Just after the 100-meter board, using all the curb on the way in, and then this incredibly fast left-hander at Tabac, just down one gear, and then back on the power, flat out through the swimming pool section, and then into the second part, all the curb again, and into the final sequence of corners, past the famous Rascasse bar there on the right-hand side. The final corner is Anthony Nogues. Get that neat and tidy, and you've completed the lap of the Monaco F1 circuit.
Welcome back in. Thank you, Jack, for that. Yeah, Monaco, one of the most historic tracks, actually the most historic track on the current F1 calendar. And we've been kind of just following the camera work done by the game at this point. Just going to hide that and might be able to get Austin in here. Give me just a quick second, guys. I can't invite him at the moment, so we'll go ahead and take a look at qualifying. Right now we're watching Shark Bait in the Alpha. It's going to go into the pits here. I think we're going to see a little bit of kind of swapping around here as we move on down. Let's just turn this on here. Who is out? Let's take a look at Heineken. Going a little bit slow. He's on his out lap, so he's just going to let whoever that was pass by him. Good move here. Heineken sitting third right now with a 1:11.020. Fluffy Dave with a fast lap at this point. We'll be looking for Mud to be up there, Raven to possibly be up there, Some Idiot to definitely be up there, and Z3 Mikey could be up there as well. Z-Womp is pretty fast. And Frankie usually shows quite a bit of speed as well. We'll have to see. Let's go on board with Heineken and have a look, see what he sees coming out of turn 1 here. Game sound would probably help as well, huh? Let's try that. That's much better. All right. Making his way down into the hairpin is Heineken. A little bit of a lock up there. Kind of expect that in a qualifying setting. Bortier and setting up for the tunnel. Nice little exit there. Got a little bit sideways. That might have been a bit of desync. Hard to tell. Stretching out 6th gear. Touch slow through the slaloms, as I like to call it. Gentlemen just waiting for Heineken to pass through. Nice little cut there, banging a little bit on the walls. Definitely pushing is Heineken. That's a tough corner to get the braking right. A little sideways. Heineken's flying down the front stretch. What's it going to be? Doesn't look like much of an improvement here. A 110.540. Fluffy Dave still on top. He's still in the pits, though. Heineken staying out here for another lap. Bud has joined it back in. Looks like he had a bit of a disqualification, so we had to jump out and jump back in to record a time. Bit touchy there through the hairpin. And into the tunnel. Ah, that sound though. Screaming out of the tunnel is Heineken. Picks his way through the chicane. Fast here, gonna grab a gear down. Try to keep it off the wall. Looks like he does pretty well. It's a progressive turn, basically. It gets a little bit wider and then tightens up there as you enter the swimming pool complex. Around the Larascas bar. Oh no, he's just gonna go into the pits. Okay. I didn't think that was going to be a screamer lap or anything, but this should be Max KZR Racing. Yes, it is. 2 time of 1:03. I believe this one is going to be an out lap for him, or he might just scrap it because he did have somebody come up on him, or he's going to dive into the pits. Yes, he is. I see a lot of that. Z-Womp not on an outlap at this point. In the Mercedes, got the Hypersofts on. No rain here for this particular qualifying session. We saw rain earlier in a few of the European leagues. The F2 PC League, we saw rain. That was Austin and myself. Z-Womp coming through. He's got it. A competitor here tries to not. Hopefully the competitor doesn't get in his way. Z-Womp trying to make his way around the final corner. Slams his way through the gearbox. A minute 13.7. He has quite a bit of ground to make up. That will find him in 8th place. I don't know if he's going to stay out for this one. It looks like some idiot is out on the track. A 1:11.4. What's going on for some idiot in the Williams. Also on the Hypersofts. Tire allocation here. Hypersoft, Supersoft. Sorry, Hypersoft, Ultrasoft, and Supersofts. We did see a bit of a tire strategy war coming down. No two-stop strategy here. Only 32 laps, or 39 laps, I'm sorry, here, for this particular race. So Z-Womp is back out. I knocked the camera in that one. It's one of the broadcast cameras. The idea is how much input is being put in to negotiate your way through the swimming pool complex. Z-Womp's going to abort that lap as well, just to touch the wall somewhere. Intergalactic Gentleman, the admin of this series, in his way through. Not one of the fastest guys on the grid, but definitely a clean racer. And I guess if you're going to run into someone, don't run into him. He's going to duck into the pits as well. And Sharkbait is back out. He's on his outlap. Raven is out. His way around Raskas. Oh, he's going to go back. All right. Shark bait then. Fluffy Dave in the Toro Rosso. Grabbing first. Here we go. Let's go on board, see if he's still on a screamer. That he is. Negotiating his way around 40 kilometers an hour. I know back when I used to race Formula 1, that was about a 30-kilometer setup. Very, very slow, but these cars seem to be able to handle that a little bit faster. That's Fluffy Dave. His current time there, 1:09.002. We did see faster times than that. This could be there, depending on if he decides to duck in the pits or not. Looking pretty fast here through the swimming pool complex. Cuts the corner nicely, keeps it nice and tidy off the wall. And around Larascas. No, he's going to duck in. Yeah, it didn't. Yeah, that was much slower, a 1:09 as he hit the pits. So, let's see who else is out on the track. If you can catch Spider, there's Spider right there. Sitting fifth right now with a 1:11.6. Looking pretty racy, I have to admit. Coming around to complete his lap. Let's see where he ends up. The DRS is open. A third place, 1:10.299, not bad. I think he's going to back off for this lap. Let's go ahead and have a look at Shark Bait. Pushing his way through the Lowe's complex and the hairpin. Now through the tunnel. I didn't really get on the gas all that well, it looked like. Having to see, was that a little bit of rain? Might have just been the heat off the engine. Yeah, that's just the heat off the engine. I think he's going to back off on this one. He's already much slower. Shark Bait getting a little bit of practice in, about 4.5 minutes or so left. In qualifying, we should be seeing some of the faster laps come through as Frankie retires. He'll be back right in. Oh, some idiot out on the track. This could be a fast one. He's on his out lap at the moment, though, so he's getting the tires warm, getting the brakes warm, making sure the engine's good to go. Checking his braking points. Idiot. A little bit of a lock up there. Oh, spins the tires a touch. Trying to gather some speed, and now we go on board with Some Idiot. Usually one of the fastest fellows in the American League. Here we go. Rocketing up the hill. He's got somebody in front of him. Triton moves over. Good move by him. The casino complex. And we're now down into hairpin. Oh, a little bit outside. He had to squeeze that one. He might be able to make up a little bit of time there, but I don't know exactly how much he lost. He could have lost a full second, but we'll see as he makes his way through the tunnel. 1:09.002 set by Fluffy Dave is the time to beat for Some Idiot. There is still some time on the qualifying session. Not enough steering input there to make his way consistently through. Oh my God, he's banging off the walls now. He's definitely pushing hard. Can't cut the corner here. Almost does. Keeps it off the wall, though. And now through Larascas. Doesn't cut into pits. He's going to log this time. Cuts that corner nicely. DRS open. Grabbing 7th gear. He'll nab 3rd place from Spider. He'll go off board. We'll see if we can bring Austin into the commentary box. Austin. Hey, Austin. Yeah, we're live. That's okay. We're in qualifying right now. I got a minute and 45 left. I don't know if you can see the YouTube video or not, but some idiot trying to make a run here. Fluffy Dave with a minute 8.9. Wow. This one has been a bit of a nail biter there for the top 5 in qualifying. Fluffy Dave just seems to have Monaco's number at this point, though, as we're in the last minute of this qualifying session. Some tire strategy possibly coming out, though. Makes his way through the casino complex. Raven! What? Qualifying is always spectacular here in the Americas League. We never know exactly who's going to nab the top. And Raven surprising both of us. Really?
Another cap. Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3. Massenet.
Go.
All right, Raven with a 108.619 on the ultra soft tires. On the ultra soft tire. Wow.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. You need to qualify on these ultra softs so that you don't have to use the hyper softs in the race. If the hyper softs go out too early in the race, you could really mess up your strategy. That said, Kingy did not improve actually on the hypers.
No, he didn't. Well, that was sure going to be a Fluffy Dave pole right there, but Raven just comes out of nowhere and gives Ferrari the pole on 2-lap-old ultra soft tires. So this is going to lead to one very interesting start. Some starting on the ultras, some starting on the hypers, and 11th through 16th they're probably going to be doing something different right now.
And you kind of have to. You got to work that strategy as best as you can. I mean, Monaco isn't necessarily the hardest on tires, but if you can make those things last as long as you can, we saw that in the race earlier today.
Yeah, we had
guys
going 30 laps on super softs, 26 laps on ultra softs, so you can make these tires last a long time. But here are your qualifying results. It's Raven taking pole, followed by Fluffy Dave, summing it right behind with Kingy, Triton, Spider, Heidekin, Sharkbait 98, Max KZR Racing, Z3 Mikey, Intergalactic Gentleman, Zwalp, Frankie, Lundquist Bro, Jonathan AI, and Mud coming up at the end.
Yeah, Mud didn't set a time, I believe.
Sorry to Jonathan. I think Mud and I had a bit of connection issues.
Oh, really? Trying to get back in? Yeah. That doesn't.
Yeah, I had a bit of a blackout, like as 10 minutes to the race started. So I was like, oh shoot, this isn't fun. But I'm back. Just in time.
Just in time
for the race.
The race is about to get underway. Chat predictions in the YouTube world. Can we get a little bit of predictions here? I see you, Afroman. Skarky has been hanging out since the beginning. Malta is here. Good to see you guys. Ocean Chief.
He's cheering for the Triton boys.
That's right. Good to see some fans in the chat. And of course, predictions. What do you say? What do you say we do a top 3 prediction?
Yeah, I said top 3 prediction. I'm going to have to give the win to Fluffy Dave, followed by Raven, and then some idiot. What would your...
Fluffy Dave starting on pole. He would have to run away with it and not have any problems with lapped cars or blow his car up.
Fluffy Dave's starting second.
Some idiot would probably be trying to race with some panache, considering he had a DNF last race. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I'm probably gonna have to go with. I was gonna say some idiot winning with Fluffy Dave in second.
Oh, second row win.
Yeah, because I think some idiot has a bone to pick with this car.
Welcome, Afroman, to your very first F1 stream.
Hey.
Glad you. I'm glad you think we're cool.
Lamp Games, Raven, some idiot, and Dave. Oh, all right.
That is a nice prediction. Keeping it fairly standard.
That's pretty standard, I think.
You have your sunglasses on, right?
Totally.
You got your. Same here.
Always.
Always. Even though it's night, so I can.
We're coming up here on the start. As Raven makes his way to the start line, we're having a good look at that nice Ferrari. It's
very beautiful red color.
I would like to mention to everyone, this stream is powered by the Elgato Stream Deck. I'm still perfecting the options and just the sheer power that this thing has when controlling the game. So if it's still a little bit jerky, I apologize. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly this thing can do when cycling through cameras and creating the best broadcast experience that I can. Thank you all for joining us. Let's get this race underway.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready for the lights to even turn on.
Couple of ghosted cars here.
Any minute now. Oh.
Z3 didn't. Mikey didn't get to his location apparently. Okay.
Do you want to finish that sunglasses song or I can do my This is a karaoke night. This is racing night here in NA, and
this is odd. I don't think I've ever seen this before. And out of
I've had this
nowhere,
happen
all of the
once.
cars blow up.
Yes.
Yep. Afroman, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. We do try to keep it a little bit more lighthearted for the America side. It's the last stream of the weekend for AOR, and honestly, you know, it's nighttime here. The Europe guys are asleep, except for our boss. So we do have to kind of keep it clean. This is definitely not an after-hours stream. But
okay, we're having people leave the session.
Yeah,
I believe we are going to restart it,
like
and they're going to have the customized grid. So,
okay,
is it a confirmed restart?
I have not seen a message in that regard.
Yeah, it's just everybody's leaving the host now. There goes Intergalactic Gentleman. So we are officially restarting this race.
Yeah, I mentioned earlier that Intergalactic Gentleman is the admin for this, I believe. Does that mean... I've never had this happen before, actually. I assume we all have to leave, right?
Yeah, everybody leaves. He makes a new session, and thankfully I took a piece of... I clip the starting grid so we can do that again. So
Excellent.
I'll just post that in the F1 chat.
Rip.
So we have that going on.
Well, don't usually have this happen, I'll be honest with you. Very odd.
This is the second time it's happened to me in a league race.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
So I just tagged Intergalactic Gentleman in that when they're making the new race. So back to holding screen and other stuff.
Let's you know, let's turn on a bit of music. Just do this a little bit there, nice and low. Add a little ambiance.
Well, thank you, Afro Man, for loving us, even though only for being here for like 5 minutes. I'm glad we have that certain charm.
Yeah, no, you know what it is? You know what it is, Austin?
What?
We are that good.
Yes, we are. The NA Dream Team back in the box.
People come to see the racing, they stay for the casters. Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Honestly, though, once this race gets underway, though, it should be very exciting. The America guys do kind of like to let it hang out a little bit and have some fun with the track and with the car. Some skill is definitely being shown here. And honestly, you know, the European side does take it very seriously. They're trying to get into the pro scene and all that. But here in America, there really isn't a pro scene. It is definitely for fun. And the way that everybody drives out here, you can definitely tell. You'll see some close racing, and you'll definitely see some grins under the helmets as soon as we're able to get underway. And I'm actually just waiting for the invite to get back into the server.
There I go. I'm in here.
You're in?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Yeah, now
There is your fail safe.
We're good. Get in the there. So yes, just to kind of recap a little bit, I do run this stream off of a Stream Deck as far as the cams go. So it's still a little jerky. I haven't quite figured out how to seamlessly transition in cams other than actually using a controller, but I find that the overlay is obtrusive personally, and I do want this to be a little bit different. And the Stream Deck can be used effectively, I think, in this game. It's just a matter of figuring out how it works. And I'll be honest with you, someone told the sponsors that we're using the Stream Deck, and they got really excited and thought that was really cool. So I still think it's kind of neat that the Stream Deck is able to actually control the cameras in a game. It's something that nobody thought that a Stream Deck could be used for, which is pretty neat.
They're gonna put us in they're gonna do a force grid, so we get fresh tires.
Oh, we can actually hear.
Okay. Yes, they're talking about qualifying. So I'm actually the one typing out the grid for Intergalactic Gentleman.
Okay. Welcome to the back end of running a league. Unfortunately,
I added to you.
And I guess we can give a little bit of background. Austin, you've been around the racing scene for a little while now.
Yes, I have.
While you do that, I'll fill in on my side. I started in simulation racing about 9 years ago. Did a lot of endurance racing, Prototype 2, P1, a little open wheel here and there, GT stuff, did a little NASCAR, a little bit of everything, some dirt. I got my start in rally, and Formula 1 isn't my forte when it comes to actually driving compared to some of these guys. I just don't have the practice, but you put me in a P2 and I'll probably be able to catch on fairly quickly. That said, I've raced on a multitude of tracks, including basically all of these in this game. So my knowledge is there. If you have a question about the track, please let us know in the chat and maybe how a Formula 1 car would approach a certain part of the track. We'll be able to show you using our beautiful Stream Deck and hopefully be able to explain that for you as well. Austin, you've been around the block a little bit when it comes to casting races.
Yes, I have been around the block. I cast for, I would say, 3-4 different leagues from time to time. I've now settled in with AOR and a different Spanish-based league that I am the head broadcaster for 3 seasons now. So I used to race professionally and in real life. Then
Yeah.
I race off-road. You wouldn't expect an off-road guy to be casting a Formula race, but I used to race off-road Class 3000 buggies, which I'm kind of getting back into that. Then had a massive crash. Decided physical racing is probably not the best idea, so I've just resorted to sim racing. And after just falling off the pace after game, and I was like, I just said screw it, I'm just headed into casting, and I've been here ever since. This is like the one thing I love doing, so that's my kind of backstory from racing side.
We do have a lot of fun bringing these races to you guys and adding a little bit of entertainment in down times such as these. It is a little bit different, I think, for most people who watch, say, real racing. You know, us commentators are a little bit more free with our wording. The racers are more free in the decisions that they can make, but not free without consequences. Oh no, I get you, but you'll see moves being performed in simulation racing that you would never see real life people do, and a lot of that, I think, really comes down to a fear factor. It's a psychology thing. In sim racing, there is no bodily harm. You crash in a real race car, you're gonna get hurt.
As I know.
As you know.
From experience.
Yeah, right, exactly. So
the clock is coming down as the grid is now hopefully the same way as I put it. I have Zwomp like 8th. I don't think he's 8th though.
Nah, I think it's close.
I just, his name showed up at the end for me, and I didn't get the time for that. I was like, oof, massive oof on my part. I just said, put him 8th. He probably know where he qualified though, so thankfully we're back in Monaco for another formation lap. But hopefully, I don't know if it's gonna happen. I think everybody's gonna start on fresh tires and not the ones that they qualified on.
Yes, I believe so. I think we heard a little bit of that from some idiot. Unfortunately, that part of the simulation unfortunately is gone. But you still got to perform in the race. Speaking of performing in the races, and some idiot, he does lead the championship right now with 86 points. Did get a DNF in Spain.
Oh,
last race.
Sadly, we couldn't be there. As the formation lap is a go.
Second place in the championship is Fluffy Dave, a DNF a couple of weeks ago. I believe that's Bahrain. Round 4.
Yes.
Yes.
No. Baku.
That was Baku. Yes, right, after China, correct. Yes, I don't know
Yes.
that flag. Yeah, actually, he took the win last time out, so he's got to be feeling a little bit confident. Raven sitting in 3rd place, hasn't raced in the last 2 races, but he is here today, looking to
going to look statement. Points to be made up.
Points to be made up, and they do matter.
Close the gap.
Kingy in 4th, a DNF in China. Sharkbait, a DNF last week. Sitting in 5th place, 36 points. There's been some shuffling there in the top 5. Max KZR Racing, it's Triton Z3 Mikey Mudd.
Oh my
9th,
God.
And Intergalactic Gentleman in 10th. And there's points all the way down to 14th. So scoring any amount of points at this point, in this juncture of the season, will go a long way in setting up for the rest of the season and the current championship standings.
So, I'm sorry if I just like spewed out a lot of words. I'm just looking at the tire changes. Raven starting on the Ultra Softs, Fluffy Dave on the Hypers, some idiot on the Ultras, Kinky and Spider on the Super Softs, Heineken Ultra Softs, Sharkbait through Mikey Hyper Softs, Triton Gentleman Ultras, Zwomp Super Softs, Frankie Super Softs, Jonathan Ultras with Lundquist and Mud starting on the Super Soft. So taking quite a liberty with those super soft tires is Kingy and Spider.
You know, that's the rules.
As we're back up on the grid and hopefully the lights turn on. Yes, they are on, and here we go in Monaco for the PC American League. Looks like Mikey jumps up 2 places but falls down 1. Mikey and Sharpay having a big fight in the background. Lundqvist and Mud also get a good jump. Frankie and Jonathan fall down to the back, but everyone keeping it fairly simple like they were in the back. Kingy is looking very aggressive on the back of Summit. Summit also looking very aggressive on the back of Fluffy Dave as they come into the Grand Hotel Hairpin. We have a few yellow flags around, but everyone's looking to keep it clean. Oh my goodness! It looks like downtown San Antonio stop-go traffic as the Force India and the Williams are just running each other into the wall of Pranky and Jonathan AI as Mud has parked his car in the middle of the hairpin. I don't know what happened there.
Mud is moving.
The overlay. I don't think we took that off.
What overlay?
The stream overlay.
Stream overlay. Son of a gun, dude.
Welcome to the AOR North America radio show. I am your radio host, Austin.
You have actually heard everything that has happened, basically. Oh
yes.
My God. And there goes a. Yeah, there goes.
Oh, Matt. Lundqvist is in the wall at the pool. Kingy, Triton, and Zemo have all gone into the pits as it's Raven leading out the race, followed by Fluffy Dave and Summit. As we're back on, they can have visuals, right?
Yeah, they have visuals.
Alrighty. Sorry about that.
Oh my God.
It's all good.
Like too many windows going at the same time. Yeah. Welcome to trying to shoutcast a racing game that doesn't allow you to actually get out of the screen. Unfortunately.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a little tough. But yeah, no, we got visuals. Everything's back to normal. Unfortunately, I might have to record the race somehow. Save replay.
It's all right. No.
Dang it.
I wish we could. But Summit and Fluffy Dave, both of them are fighting for PT. Ravens flying 2.7 seconds ahead of these two guys. He actually set the new fastest lap of 1:11.580.
At the beginning of the race. That is insane. That's flying.
That is faster than flying. That is rocket. Ting.
Is he falling with style?
No, but you know who? I don't want to say it, but we got a virtual safety car out on the track as Mud has retired. Lap 3 and the VSC has turned on. Mud has unfortunately hit the wall in an unfortunate location as the VSC takes the car. We got a speeding in the pit lane, 5 second stop go for Pranky. Now, in a VSC situation, as we're back in green, what would you want to do?
In a VSC at this early in the race? Nothing. Hold your line.
All right. Because that VSC was so short, they're back to green.
Exactly.
As soon as I asked it.
Yeah, and honestly, not only that, I mean, you have fresh tires on, the brakes are barely just getting heat up. There's no reason to come in. You might as well just stay out. 3 laps. That's all it is. It's fine.
We got a yellow flag at sector 2 and 3 as we're on board with some idiot following Fluffy Dave down the front straight into Saint Nevat and up Belgraviage. Some idiot and Fluffy Dave, good friends. They race together in the other league I commentate, which explains on how they're here. I kind of gave away that we had an American league and both of them was like, yeah, I'll do that because they're both American.
Of course, yeah. You might as well.
Yeah,
getting a
might
little
as
bit
well.
more seat time, yeah. And Fluffy Dave and some idiot have had some close battles just this season alone here at AOR. It's been fantastic to watch them, and it looks like Raven might be slowing down just a touch.
Yeah, I just saw the Ferrari up there.
Oh, no,
my goodness!
That's
a Force India.
That's
That was Pranky. I guess the light gleaming off the tunnel. I thought that was Raven.
Yeah, Frankie's having some issues.
I don't know what's up there. He just got a 5-second stop-go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I'm looking at his... I believe Frankie's on pad, so that might be a few issues there. As he goes into the wall and loses front wing, but continues on.
Must be having some...
and he's in the wall again, and he's out.
Must be having some control stick issues, but it looks like there's a bit of a battle there for Jonathan AI and Triton. No, it just spread out. Never mind.
Sharp 98 barely avoided Frankie. Had to swerve his car around. No damage on there. No yellow flags. No safety cars. So hopefully that will be done with. And yeah, tough race for Frankie. You did survive 5 laps though, so there's that.
Having a look here at Heineken Z3 Mikey. It looks like Sharkbait is involved.
Oh wow!
A little bit of rough and tumble
contact. Yeah, they said rubbin's racing. That's a bit more than rubbing. That's more grinding. As Heineken just kind of rubbed his wing elements on Spider, and they just said, "Nope, we're out." As Heineken,
lock up.
He looked for a move. Spider and Heineken both lock up as this train of 4 are coming down through Tabak and into pools. The Mikey goes into the wall.
Spider taking a penalty there. He did cut the chicane a little bit.
Yes, he did. As Heineken hold out the pack, he's actually diving into the pits.
Saw that coming.
He locked up wing like that.
Yeah, no, not only that, but he locked up the fronts. He's going to get all mixed up here. Time for some tires, even though it's only 6 laps in.
Yes, it is certainly time for some tires. Some idiot trying to find a way around his hypersoft Toro Rosso of Fluffy Davis are coming around. Oh, somebody goes into the wall. Keeping afloat though, no damage there. Max KZR Racing, both of these guys lapping him already. Somebody getting extremely close to Fluffy Dave. Somebody diving down the inside, might go for a move. It's sort of a dummy. Fluffy Dave, big lockup going through the Norvell chicane. Somebody still's trying to sell all the dummy moves that he can to fool Fluffy Dave.
He's got a lot of dummy moves though.
Oh, if I could show you how many dummy moves some idiot has, you wouldn't believe how many dummy moves some idiot has.
So many dummy moves.
Yeah, he might even rename a few dummy moves, call them the idiot moves.
Ooh. Oh, there might be a pass here though.
Oh, idiot going down the inside, and he makes it sick. The idiot move works.
Oh my God, that was brutal. Fluffy Dave had to give him a little bit of room to make that work, but I mean, he dove that hard. I didn't think he was going to be able to hold the brakes, but my goodness, what a move.
Yeah, the Williams car once again. Some idiot passing up to P3. Fluffy Dave sticking behind him, and now some idiot has a 6.6 gap to Raven out in front.
Already coming out of the tunnel and down into the chicane. Raven is pushing quite a bit. It doesn't seem like he has the steering lock needed to really get around some of these tight corners, so he's got to be very careful to not burn his tires up, like the rear tires, trying to use the throttle to get around.
Yeah, Raven looking on point right now. Big lockup in Rascast. You were saying about that steering angle.
Yeah, that. That right there. That's one of the reasons why. You lock up tires, you're trying to brake the car, trying to use the brakes to rotate the car, and then use the gas to keep the rotation going. If you don't have that steering angle set up properly, it can really mess with things and force you to use the tires up a little bit too fast.
Yeah, I'm riding on board with Raven. I'm just watching him. Spider gets a 3-second time penalty, 5-second stop go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's tough for him right there.
Speaking of the pits, looks like Kingy,
Sharkbait 98 and Spider are both in the pits right now. Intergalactic Gentleman getting lapped right there. As I just saw the in-game helicopter fly behind some buildings, and yeah, that didn't seem natural.
Okay.
a little bit of a weird thing, but Sharkbait 98 and Spider battling out of the pit lane. Both of them, both of them on fresh Hype Ultra Soft tires coming into Mirabel Hot for P8. It's Alfa Romeo versus Ferrari. A little bit of sibling rivalry going on there, if you could call it sibling rivalry. More like father-son rivalry.
Yeah, we're gonna go sibling.
Okay.
I'll take sibling for 300.
All right. Show me sibling.
As we mix up our game shows.
Welcome to AOR NA Racing, brought to you by Elgato, Stream Deck, and Hype Energy Drinks. We are currently in strategy hell as Fluffy Dave has dived into the pits for the Super Soft tires. Didn't know when that happened. Oh, yeah, it happened last lap.
Yeah, last lap.
Oh, wait, we saw him through that, didn't we?
We saw him go in. Yeah, that put Raven in the lead, and some idiot now in second place. See here, some idiot's gonna have to.
Wait, no, it didn't. Raven was in the lead from the start.
Yeah.
We saw.
This is my third cast of the day.
Heineken. We saw Heineken do it.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. It's third cast of the day. I'm a little flabbergasted.
We all are. It's been a long day for both of us. Both of us doing double headers from Europe to America.
And I had a cast
as some idiot is closing in on Raven. That 5-second gap falling down to 4.7. We got a yellow flag in sector 3. Oh, Raven getting very dicey with Jonathan AI as he's lapping him.
Gotta mind those blue flags.
Very stressful. Let's go on board of Heineken and Triton as they're having a little bit of battle heading into St. Deviat. Shout out to Zesty Oranges, who's been keeping me up to date with the stream. Oh, Heineken just went underneath Triton.
Yeah, Triton just let him go.
Well,
Not sure what happened there.
Did Triton think that Heineken was an out-of-place blue flag?
I am not sure. Looks like Z3 Mikey's catching up though.
Yeah, Triton may be having some issues, so something to look for on the Haas driver. But does Raven? I don't think Raven has any damage. Lamp is saying stuff in chat, and it's making me be very, very interested in Raven. I think he might.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of front wing damage.
Yeah, left front wing on Raven's Raven has damage. Slight damage.
Slight damage there on the front.
He's missing a bit of those elements that push the air to the outside of the car.
Yeah, he is. It doesn't seem to be affecting him too much, although some idiot should start to catch him soon.
Yeah, he will catch him definitely in the pit stops because they're.
Oh yeah.
If he decides to change that front wing, but he's keeping that gap fairly around the same time as some idiot, as Fluffy Dave's just sitting 24 seconds behind some idiot as well. So he might be able to get the undercut going if he has the tire wear in his favor. But some idiot, someone who I know can control tires like a boss, and we've seen these tires go 26 laps.
Yeah,
today.
Earlier today.
And these are not affected by qualifying. As let's go to Sharkbait 98 and Spider as they're having a pretty good fight through Rascas. Coming down the front.
Or Sharkbait, I'm sorry, getting a little squirrely there.
Yeah, the father, son, brother brother battle between the Alfa Romeo and the Ferrari as they fly through St. Divia and out Bel Riviage.
Oh, Spider going wide.
Oh! Shark bait, just like an actual shark, smelling the blood, dives down the inside. Whew, avoiding contact for both of it, but he certainly wanted that move to stick. Now, I saw a move in a different league today where that did not end up well for one of the drivers. And I'm not going to talk the rest about it because tempers sure got flared. But look at Sharkbait diving down the inside to the normal chicane. Does he overcook the brakes? Yes, he does. And he cuts the corner for a 3-second time penalty.
Gotta give that position
He's going to
back.
give that. He is giving that position back. He already paid it a penalty. He did go sideways, but that was a very brave move from Sharkbait, but he just overcooked the brakes and nothing he could do as he taps the wall as some carbon fiber pieces flew off of his car. But yeah, talk about crazy moves. We've certainly seen some crazy moves from F1 all the way to F4.
Yeah, no.
From PC, Xbox, and PS4.
Yeah, and this is one of those tracks where people get a little bit desperate. They want to make the passes, and you have to be very patient. Qualifying is very important here. And if you don't get a good qualification, you're probably not going to finish well. You have to face that fact. And you try to get some points, maybe get the pit strategy going, possibly, but that's really all you can do. As already,
Sharkbait looking for another move, coming down the tunnel through another normal chicane. This time he's going to go for the outside move. Cocks up his brake once again as we see Triton just in front of him miss the chicane as well. So he also got a penalty for that. But Sharkbait not really able to catch up to Spider as Lamp, and this is pretty good. What does that make Haas if Alfa Romeo and Ferrari are father-son? Grandkid. But Haas doesn't make cars. They make
here we go,
machinery,
pass.
but look at Sharkbait around the outside into Saint Deviant, but Spider just holds the door. Spider holds the door.
Yeah, Spider just slammed the door on that one, but honestly, Sharkbait cut way early. And he is getting antsy behind Spider here.
Yes, he is. Into Mirabel Haas. I was expecting another dive down the inside. He actually taps Spider. So they're going to the Grand Hotel Hairpin. Don't expect these guys to do a crazy move here. But ACR Raven has died into the pits.
I'll promote some idiot to the lead.
Gone into the pits. Some idiot inherits the lead. And Raven just outside the pits, 19.9 seconds behind of his Williams rival. As we're on board, Sharkbait, another dive down the inside, trying to get past Spider.
Oh my god. These guys have really need to watch those inside quarter limits. They're racking up penalties left and right.
Both of them having a double lockups out of Rascas. So not only are they fighting their tires, they're fighting each other as Sharkbait going down the inside. Spider moving on the straight, cutting him off, but look at Sharkbait diving down the inside. He hits Spider into the wall, but Sharkbait also goes into the wall. Sharkbait, I think, getting, yes, he does have front wing damage from Spider after both of them made contact with each other.
That is going to be some heated.
Some idiots in the pits.
That
Some idiot coming out of the pits. They're side by side on the front straight up Bel Riviage. As they're half a second separates these two. The leaders here in the Monaco Grand Prix for the North American League.
Now some idiot on the Super Softs.
As long with Raven. Fluffy Dave 8 seconds behind them, but some idiot and Raven, this is the closest they are. They've been to each other all day, but some idiot getting a little bit squirrely outside the Grand Hotel Hairpin as Raven's just slowly pulling away, but some idiot on the one-lap pressure old tires, which doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean much.
We shall see. he said ominously.
We shall see. Yes, very ominously. Take the ominousy level and lower it.
A bit? Just lower it a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, like, no, alright. Fine, I guess.
Well, speaking of lowering it, something's not being lowered except for ties between cars as Kingy AV and Fluffy Dave are having a fight for P3. Down the front straight, Kingy in the McLaren has DRS just flying down the front straight between these two guys. As Kingy's trying to find that perfect spot to overtake Fluffy Dave. He is on the ultra soft tires, 15 laps on these. He's looking, we might see another 20 lapper today from Kingy as Sharkbait gets another 3-second time penalty. Did Raven replace that wing? Yes. He did. There was a 6-second gap to him and 4-second gap, and a front wing change would do that. But all aboard Kingy coming into the Nerval chicane. Will there be a move here? No, there is not. Kingy diving out to the inside though into the back. He thought about it. He said, I'm not really thinking of it right now. Through pool section, just sitting on the back of Fluffy Dave. We got a yellow flag in sector 3, a 1-1-1-1-6 for Raven. New fastest lap here today so far.
Maybe getting a little bit antsy behind Fluffy Dave. I'm wondering if that wing wash is starting to affect him a little bit, but really coming out of these sharper corners, getting on the gas just a little bit too early and starting to spin up those rear tires. He's got to make sure he can save those. That said, he's got 16 laps on him, so, you know, might be time for a bit of a pit stop.
Probably an issue, but we have seen some people drag the ultra soft tires 26 laps. Not recommended, but we've seen it happen.
We saw somebody was saying we saw someone on the super soft for 30.
Yes, thank you, Jess, for that, in the Oceania League for spotting that little gem as both these cars fly through the Nerval chicane. Most of the cars are separated by a second except for these two and Heineken and Mikey, which I'm going to take a little small look at right now and tell you if this battle is worth watching. That's pretty cool. But we've been watching Kingy.
Yeah, no, we've been taking a look at Kingy. Kingy's been holding his own here, but Fluffy Dave has been trying to pull away from him. He just hasn't been able to do it. It looks like Mikey and Heineken might have passed each other.
Did they? No, I think they were the same way.
Might have been the server then.
Yeah, we just might have encountered something weird. No, I think Mikey and Heineken. Mikey did get around Heineken in the tunnel, or just after it, because Mikey is pulling away from Heineken right now. So good move, Mikey. Sorry we pulled away.
You know, he really suddenly found a burst of speed, looking really good in that Renault.
Yeah, that yellow and black Renault. Very interesting paint scheme, which I certainly love it. Oh, Kingy gets very squirrely as he hits the inside pool wall and then the outside and then bounces off walls like a ping pong ball as he goes into the pits.
Good move, Kingy. Just go ahead and pit it. Don't even risk going around the track again trying to figure out if the car's okay.
That was very lucky situation for Kingy that he didn't have any tire issues. Now, question for Kingy. Does Mikey have enough pace to close that 27 gap in the pits? Or will Kingy come out in front of him?
We're watching Mikey right now. He's just coming across to the finish line.
Yes, there's Mikey. Where does Kingy come out? Kingy coming out of the pits right now. There he is. And thankfully, he saved the pits. He saved that place and his front wing and car, honestly, and stays in 4th place. Now 26 seconds and the cleanest of clean air ahead of him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, now he can just start to put his head down, try to make some time there on Fluffy Dave. Good luck, because Dave is flying as well.
Well, Dave does have 12 laps on these super soft tires. Is Dave going for a possible 2-stop?
I think so, honestly. I mean,
we might see another 30-lapper on super soft, so these things can go to the end of the race with 18 laps left.
But I mean, we are starting to see the difference between the European drivers and the American drivers. I mean, the Americans,
yes, they are.
Really, they're reliant on the setup to get themselves around the corners, and getting out of the corners seems to be a big problem for most of these drivers. They're starting to spin the tires and things of that nature, whereas the EU guys seem to be able to feather the throttle a little bit better, really have much more control with the pedals. The Americans seem to have a little bit more control with their steering wheel, if you will, which you would think the Europeans would also dominate in that situation as well, but we don't usually see that. I mean, look at the placement there. Fluffy Dave is so consistent in basically every corner.
Yes, very, very steady hands going on right now with these guys. I went, because Jonathan AI did a very risky move crossing the pit exit line and almost coming into contact with a driver, actually.
That would have been really bad.
Bad, yes. But yeah, you were saying about hand positions. Yeah, the hand positions on American drivers are consistent to a T, but they do rely on the setups, and we do have a little bit of a send-it attitude with our pedals. As Spider has just retired for the session, that is a car retirement. Will there be any issues? Where is his car? Is this another Casino Square? Yes, it is.
Oh,
Spider in the outside wall of Casino Square. Casino Square 9. AOR 0.
That's just from the count that we have now, and those precincts reporting in, if you will. Yeah. Honestly, though,
yeah,
some idiot. We're watching him go around the track right now. He's got the lead to 4.5 seconds. And I kind of wonder if Raven has just been kind of managing the gap a little bit, more than anything else. Smart of him to do that. I mean...
yeah, Raven pulling away from some idiot. They came out a second to each other, and Raven just kept that gap, just pulling farther away. Some idiot in that Force India-inspired Williams hybrid helmet that I tease him a lot for.
Kind of see the top of it right there.
Yeah, but he's also got the blue in there and the white, so please the sponsors, I guess. Speaking of sponsors, Martini leaving Williams, so that might be a very different looking car in 2019.
We'll have to see what happens there for that.
But that's real F1. We're talking about esports.
As Max KZR Racing goes into the pits, that'll promote Z-Womp to 9th place.
Also, Mikey's in the pits, promoting Heineken to 5th, and maybe Sharkbait. Never mind. Mikey coming out ahead of Heineken. No, Mikey coming out ahead of Triton. Triton and Sharkbait both coming across the front line. I just saw I saw a Renault, and I'm watching some idiot, and some idiot gets in contact with Max KZR Racing. The lapped car made contact with some idiot. Max KZR Racing not getting out of the way of the Williams. Some idiot like screaming through the headset of move, move. That 4-second gap falling down to 7. What just happened there?
That would be an unknown. I don't know. Unfortunately, we've been watching some idiot trying to negotiate his way around this lapped car. Got a little bit of space for now, but
there was contact between them.
You can figure that out. Maybe one of the drivers can report in as
Some idiot diving into the pits. He does have damage. He's obviously mad. He is obviously mad about that as he's going to put on ultra soft tires. As I just saw McLaren go into the wall. I believe that was Jonathan AI. That's a usual blue flag method, but I've never seen that. Fluffy Dave inherits second place after some idiot dives into the pits.
War of attrition. I mentioned it earlier. Still the same thing here. Only 12 runners in the race for right now out of 16.
I am a loss for words. The stewards probably going to have a look at that and might say something to Max KZR Racing after this race. As Fluffy Dave sits in second, some idiot in third, as he's on the quicker tires now, trying to close down that gap as he makes the first two stop. Well, not the first two stop, the first two stop of the leaders.
Yeah, the first true two stoppers, other than Kingy. Finds himself in fourth place now, after a little bit of a rough start, if I remember correctly. Unless I'm thinking of Jonathan AI, that's possible.
Well,
are we seeing some chatter?
We are seeing some chatter. Mud just got timed out, but I don't know. I don't know why he was timed out for that. That was a perfectly fair. That was a perfectly fair message, but Muddy H2O, we announced the United States Esports Federation. Oh. Oh, he sent me a link. Okay. Well, we can take a look at this.
Take a look at that a little bit later.
I'll take a look at it right now.
But yeah, honestly, everybody's just kind of spread out at this point. Or second,
now's probably
some idiot to Fluffy Dave.
Now's probably not the right time to the right time for me to read this article. But thank you for that. I will. We might take a look at it. But from what I can see, the USA has joined the International Esports Federation, and United States Esports is now a full member, the 49th country to join the South Korean-based federation. But enough of that. This is AOR.
Yeah, this is definitely AOR. Max KZR Racing, 6.3 seconds behind ZWomp. There might be a race brewing there, potentially a little bit later on, but some idiot really holding that 3.4 seconds on Fluffy Dave, who's 30 seconds behind Raven. I mean, Raven is just stomping the crowd right now.
A little bit of banter in the chat right now. Okay, Lamp.
No, I can't get there. I can't actually look at it.
Oh, you can't?
Well, unless people would, desire to see a pause screen.
Yeah. Oh, you're running the one monitor.
No. I have two monitors here, but anytime I click out of the game, it runs the pause screen.
Yeah. Well, Lamp says, am I banned for the US Esports Federation too? But yes, that time to Fluffy Dave is falling down. Some idiot is cutting that time down like trees are falling in the forest due to a forest fire. Sorry, that cuts a little bit too close to home.
Yeah, a bit.
Had to.
No. Not
Sorry.
Really, no. Thanks.
But some idiot sets the new fastest lap.
Yeah,
you live on the you live in Long Beach.
Yes,
You're close to that.
Everybody's affected by these fires, man. Why do you think I sound like I do right now?
You're in Vegas.
Yeah, and I came home and everything was on fire.
Speaking of on fire, some idiot's on fire.
There
As he
you
closes
go.
that
There's
down
the
to a second.
turnaround.
There's a segue. But some idiot sees someone in his front. It is Max KZR Racing. Will there be another instant between these two? Some idiot
No.
is hugging the outside wall, not wanting any of that cake. As he's chasing down Fluffy Dave, we see a slow McLaren in front of him. That's Jonathan AI holding up Fluffy Dave. The top 3. He's going extremely slow throughout pool. Going into Rascas. Somebody trying for a weird line. Trying to dive down the inside. Can he make it go through Anthony Noss? No. He cannot. Oh my goodness. You see that car coming out of the pits?
Yeah, that was
Heineken coming, inching his car out of the pits, almost comes across Fluffy Dave's front wing, but some idiot almost threw Massenet, trying to go down the inside, but nothing to his liking right there into Mirabel Haas. So we're going to see a dive bomb. No, we are not. Fluffy Dave locking up those front wheels. 21 lap old super soft tires, not really helping him. Somebody on these ultras trying to close down and just find the right spot to take out Fluffy Dave, not take out, past Fluffy Dave.
Good correction there. Yeah, I don't think we want to see anybody actually get taken out. Possible going out? No, a little bit of a fake there. Forced Fluffy Dave into a mistake. Bit of a touch.
Fluffy Dave going down the inside of the nerve of skating. I'm surprised he stayed on track right there. They're all a little bit jumbled up, like jumbled up pieces of chess. Just trying to resort themselves and not get any body work on these guys. Because both of these guys are really good friends in real life, so that's good. Friendship between drivers is always good. So these guys are probably having the biggest grin as they're battling with each other. Somebody gets DRS diving down the inside. No, decides not to. Through Saint Deviat and up Belriviage. And through Massenet one more time. 9 laps remaining here in Monaco. Thing is,
yeah.
Oh, somebody goes straight on.
Just outbroke himself. He outbroke himself completely.
I was on board with him. I didn't see any lockups or anything.
He just outbroke. He didn't brake in time. Now he's got a really messed up wing. And a Kenyon behind him trying to pass him. Yeah, he's going to let him go.
Some idiot. Yep, Kingy, AV. That was pole position, but some idiot. One of the nicer drivers out here. If he knows he has a front wing, he'll just let him go. And bets are being placed in the chat. I'm not going for that bet, but all right.
Inform the crowd. What is the bet?
No, it's a bet.
Oh, okay.
If you're in the YouTube chat, you know what the bet is. I don't want to say the bet.
Oh, it's one of those. Well, all right then.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, this is Monaco. I mean, throwing down a little bit of bet. It's the place to do it. That said, Heineken starting to close up a little bit on Triton. It's still 4.5 seconds, though. So, yeah, that's going to be tough as some idiot has made his way into the pits.
Yeah, some idiot going on to the Hypersofts now.
Yeah,
so
well.
He's just going for the ascendant moment of today's show, as he's going to try to fight down a 26-second gap to Kingy AV. 28-second gap to Kingy AV on the Hypersofts, or just go for the fastest lap. Probably that second part. So, if you want to, let's go on board with some idiot as for our flying lap of the race. That's how luck works. Commentator's curse. Was it really a commentator's curse?
Nah, I don't think so. We weren't making predictions.
We were just commentating the battle. I didn't say, oh, here comes somebody in trying to go around the outside. No. Just getting close. Also, hello, Cookie Monster. Is there room in this league? Yes, there is room in the NA League, but you would have to go on to the AOR website. Links are in the description. And you can get in contact with the league coordinator of Intergalactic Gentlemen and see what can be held out down there. But
there's sign-up threads for this, and have a look around the website and see what else you might be interested in, of course. More than welcome to at least check it out. And we don't have any speed rules here, although you might want to try to keep up with some idiots. He is on a blistering lap right now.
Yes, he is setting one of the fastest laps I've seen. As I know I won't get banned for doing this. There we go. You can go to that link in the chat right there as Jonathan AI gets a 5-second stop-go penalty. How many stop-go penalties has Jonathan AI got today?
A lot. He's had a lot. He's had a lot of issues trying to stay on the track, and I think he's just having issues with Monaco in and of itself. I mean, this is one of the toughest tracks on the circuit, and got to keep it on, man. I got to keep it within the white lines.
Yes, you do have to keep it within the white lines, as I don't think anyone saw King AV coming up here into the podium spots, but we got two big movers, Mikey and Triton, both moved up 4 places from when they started, so that is very interesting. Also very interesting, only the first 3 cars are on the lead lap. That's how much pace Raven has. He has lapped almost the entire field except for the podium. Wow.
Yeah, no. Raven is just, he's on it. This is apparently his track. He wants to take this one. Really wants to show Fluffy Dave and some idiot. And I mean, as well as Kingy, you know, who really dominates the league. Team ACR, apparently.
ACR is Raven and some idiot both having a battle for the championship. ACR missing out a little bit on a few races, but I'm going to say this: the fight for the NA championship is still alive and kicking.
By the
and
way, some idiot does have the fastest race time right now of a 1:10.9.
Ooh, we're getting to qualifying times for some idiot, and he certainly loves going around Monaco, so we might see him crack the 1:09 like in qualifying, but might not. 4 laps remaining as I'm just watching Raven just rocket through the streets. Has a Sharkbait 98 ahead of him, and he's going to lap him again.
That's a bit of a interesting note here. Raven is 20 laps on those super soft, so he's definitely going to be shooting for the end of the race with only 4 to go. Fluffy Dave has 27 laps now.
And Z-Womp 25 laps on these super soft tires. Triton hits the 20 mark on the ultra softs. Kingy, oh, Raven went into the wall just a little bit, but that may have just been a little bit of desync on my screen. But Mikey, what was I saying? Yeah, Triton 20 laps on these ultra soft tires. All right, that is a fair assessment for that. I think that breaks our, nope, we said 26 earlier. What with 3 laps to go and everyone's spaced out just a little bit, Raven still flying around at top speed. It's just amazing how someone can keep this pace up throughout the entire race, not just let up one single bit, as he's 43 seconds ahead of second place.
You know what, though? That's one of those things where you have a rhythm, and when the rhythm is working for you, you don't stop. So, you know, Raven, if he went to slow down, he would have to change his braking points, and it could potentially mess him up a little bit. So why change what's working? It's working for him just fine. So might as well just keep going. And Raven doing a fantastic job right now. He's run a very clean race.
Yeah, Raven keeping it clean and butter smooth as Triton has retired. Hopefully that doesn't throw a big giant wrench in the cogs of anyone. But oh! Commentator's car's VSC came out. The virtual safety car is out after Triton has retired for the race. With 2 laps remaining, I don't think much is going to change out of there. It's going to certainly throw a few people off guard, but Triton up there. I think that was another Casino Square. I think it was.
Number 9? That's number 9 then, right?
That's 10.
It's 10. Jeez.
They went for 21, and they ended up bust. Another casino reference there.
Yeah. Brightness finally
Well,
left.
Transfer certainly not happy about that. Gets out of his car as DRS is enabled, and we're back to green here in Monaco for a 2-lap shootout. Over 2 to 50-second gaps. Closest battle on the grid is the battle for second place between Kingy and Fluffy Dave. So let's go on board with the McLaren of Kingy as he tries to chase down Fluffy Dave for these final 2 laps for that coveted second place.
Got Heineken in the way right now.
Yes, he does. Heineken needs to get out of the way for Kingy, and there he goes, dives down the inside. Kingy on the throttle, 1.9 seconds to the 29 laps. Old tires of Fluffy Dave. Those tires coming into effect right now. Can Fluffy Dave extend his tire life and keep Kingy behind him? Can Kingy manage his car around these Monaco streets and get ahead? Stay seated, buckle down, and enjoy this wild, wild ride here in Monaco.
Fluffy
Yeah,
Dave looking like he's having some issues getting out of corners right now. 30 laps on these super soft tires. It's definitely going to start skating around on him. And Kingy looking really strong here. 18 laps on his ultra softs. Those things should be starting to wear down a little bit. And just a touch. But that said, I mean, Kingy's looking very stable right now.
Yeah, Kingy looking like a steel beam as he's coming up to Fluffy Dave, who's more like a noodle right now, squirming around the track. But Kingy getting front wing to gearbox as they enter at a portiere and into the tunnel. He's saying that Slipshy Fluffy Dave defending on the inside, switches to the... Oh, there goes Kingy! They hit each other! Kingy dives down into the inside. They both make contact with each other. Fluffy Dave let Kingy by as Kingy now takes P2 on the... as they enter the last lap as Raven comes across the front line. As...
Actually,
yeah,
Raven's
that battle
all the way in
is...
the tunnel now.
Yeah, Raven's all the way in the tunnel. I just noticed that it's lap 39, so we should probably watch Raven and give him a big round of applause. As the white flags are up, yellow flag, white. It's the last lap.
Yeah, it's the last lap.
They're going through the pool. Raven taking it easy, probably kicking his feet up, throws both his hands in the air. He's got one more corner to go, and returning to the top step of the podium for Ferrari, it's ACR Raven taking the win.
Raven ran the perfect race, very Michael Schumacher-esque. Put himself in the lead and took off. Well done, Raven. Nearly lapping the whole field.
Went all the way up to P3. Some idiot recovering into 4th place. That's gonna... He's probably just... He's not gonna be happy about that. Probably definitely gonna go to the stewards after that about his incidents, but... He's got points. He finished the race. That's all he can be happy about. As Kingy and Fluffy Dave are both racing towards the line. Kingy finishing in P2, followed by Fluffy Dave. I don't know if there's going to be any point situations after that with time penalties. Oh, there is! Fluffy Dave takes P2 off of Kingy's penalty. Wow. So, Kingy AV finishes P3 as Fluffy Dave takes P2. Ninja, are you still here?
Yeah, no, I'm settling up some back-end things as we watch Raven bring his car around to the pits. He's going to stand atop the podium here in just a couple of seconds.
Yes, it is. There is Raven. It's an all-American podium as Raven lifts up the trophy, kisses it, kind of blows a kiss onto it, as they spread the champagne here in Monaco. What a very, very interesting race we saw here today. It's not an all-American podium.
I was gonna say, they're Canadian or something.
No. It's Colombian.
Colombian, that's what it was. My apologies.
Well, here are your final results. It's Raven taking the win as he returns to the top step of the podium. Fluffy Day finishes in second. Kinky AV takes third. Some Idiot takes fourth, followed by Mikey, Heineken, Sharkbait 98, Z-Wall, Max KZR Racing, and Intergalactic Gentleman finishes out the points. He's followed by Triton, Jonathan AI, Spider, Pranky, a few more, Mud, and Lundquist Bro. As I want to see how much penalty, Jonathan, 8 seconds. Well then,
Spider's the one that
I thought that was
12 seconds.
Yeah, Spider.
There's a
12
lot
seconds.
of penalties in this race. Yeah.
4 penalties. Yeah. So Spider definitely did not have that great race. But speaking to someone who had not a great race, Some Idiot looking to improve his race next time here on AOR. I'm Austin Knight.
Yeah, and I'm Curtis Kenyon. We're going to go ahead and call an evening. It has been one wild ride here at Monaco for all involved here at AOR. Thank you for tuning in this weekend. Looks like we're going to be seeing you next weekend for more racing action. Canada is up next. Till next weekend.
Yeah.